Okay students, welcome to Bholanath Academy. Today we are going to see the reaction of aldehyde. Now students, here total 13 reactions we are talking about. The reaction of aldehyde. We have the aldehyde molecules, simple aldehyde molecules we have taken students. That is acetaldehyde, which contains 2 carbon. This acetaldehyde students you are having in test tube and you are adding the reagent. You are adding hydrogen cyanide as the reagent. So what happens students, this hydrogen cyanide is going to be added to the acetaldehyde. It will form acetaldehyde cyanohydrins. So acetaldehyde students, it form the addition reaction and form the acetaldehyde cyanohydrins. Now second reaction of aldehyde students, you have aldehyde in test tube and you are adding ammonia. What happens students when you add ammonia to acetaldehyde students? There will be again addition reaction students will take place and you will find the product acetaldehyde ammonia. Double bond of the aldehyde will convert into single bond and hydrogen will attach to the oxygen of this acetaldehyde and ammonia will go to the attach to the this carbon and form acetaldehyde ammonia. This is the second reaction of aldehyde students. Now again your students, you have acetaldehyde in test tube and you are adding oxime, that is hydroxylamine. It is also called as hydroxyl because hydroxyl group is there. One of the hydrogen of ammonia you are replacing with the hydroxyl, that is called a hydroxylamine. When you add to this acetaldehyde, what happens students? The double bond of the carbonyl will convert, see where the oxygen is, this oxygen combines with the hydrogen of the hydroxylamine and form water molecules, and you are getting acetaldoxime as the product. This is the acetaldoxime as the product. Now students, you have acetaldehyde in the test tube. You are going to add sodium sulfate. This is the salt students, sodium bis. What happens? The addition reaction and you will get bisulfide compound. Again the double bond of the aldehyde, that is carbonyl, is converted to single bond and the addition reaction will take place. We call it bisulfide compound. Sodium salt of bisulfide compounds are formed. Now students, comes to the fifth reaction. You have acetaldehyde in the test tube and you are going to be oxidized. What happens students? Simple oxidation. You can use K2Cr2O7 in H2SO4. This acetaldehyde converted into acetic acid. That means on oxidation, acetaldehyde is going to be converted into acetic acid. This is the fifth reaction students of acetaldehyde. What happens? How the acetaldehyde oxidized and it will convert into acetic acid. Now fifth reaction students, we are going to see acetaldehyde is there. Now we are going to reduce. We are adding this acetaldehyde. It is there in test tube and you are adding sodium amalgam and water. Suppose you are not having, because this contains hydrogen. Sodium amalgam and water, it will contains nascent hydrogen. It will combines with the acetaldehyde, carbonyl group of the acetaldehyde, and it will reduce to hydroxyl group. Suppose you are not having sodium amalgam, you can use hydrogen in presence of nickel. You just heat it. This acetaldehyde again going to be reduced. That means double bond converted to single bond and there is addition of hydrogen. This addition of hydrogen will tell you the reduction of this acetaldehyde into ethanol. How important reaction students? Acetaldehyde now you have converted into alcohols, which is very important students. Now comes to the students seventh reaction of acetaldehyde students. You have acetaldehyde in the test tube and you are adding phenylhydrazine. This is the phenyl group and this is 2 nitrogen combining, we call as gene. So phenylhydrazine students is going to be react with the carbonyl of the oxygen. Carbonyl is having oxygen group. This oxygen of the carbonyl react with the hydrogen of the phenylhydrazine and gives water molecules. And there is addition reaction students. This addition product is called acetaldehyde phenylhydrazone. Now phenylhydrazine is converted into hydrazone, which is very important for the examination point of view students. Most of the examination they are asking how phenylhydrazine is converted into phenylhydrazone. So because of the acetaldehyde. Now students, comes to the 8th reaction, which is very important reaction students. Again we are converting acetaldehyde into alcohols. If you have methyl magnesium iodide in the solvent ether, acetaldehyde you have in test tube, you have to add methyl magnesium iodide in presence of ether as a solvent. We are not using water students. First you have to use ether as a solvent when you add methyl magnesium. Then after that you have to dilute with hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. So this is converted. This aldehyde is going to be converted into alcohol, that is secondary alcohol students you are getting. That is why this Grignard reagent is very important. If you want to prepare secondary alcohol, you have to use acetaldehyde converted into secondary alcohol. That is why this is very important reaction students. Now comes to the 9th reaction students. You have acetaldehyde in test tube. If you want to add copper hydroxide, that is also called as Fehling solution. What happens students? There is a reduction reaction, oxidation reaction students, because we are going to be increase the number of oxygen in the aldehyde, and this aldehyde group converted into a acidic group. Students, very important reaction, how you are going to convert aldehyde into acid. Now after that students, because of this copper, you will get cuprous oxide at both the side of the test tube. You will get the cuprous hydroxide, red PPT is coming around the in your test tube. That is called as, that means aldehyde is present if you are adding failing solution. Because of the failing solution, you comes to know this given compound is acetaldehyde. Now students, suppose 10th reaction students, tolerance reagent, same. This is also, this way also you are going to detect whether the compound is aldehyde or not, because aldehyde is also transparent liquid only. Now students, if you want to identify whether this is acetaldehyde or acetone, so you have to add tolerance reagent. What happens students, again there is a oxidation reaction here, again oxidation reaction will take place students, oxidation reaction will take place. What happens, it is converted into acetic acid. This is converted into what? Acetic acid, which is very important students. Now silver mirror at the test tube you will find. The silver mirror or as a ring you will, on a test tube you can find. That means this shows that acetaldehyde, that is given compound, is aldehyde. Now here we are taken simple aldehyde, that is acetaldehyde, that means aldehyde is present. Very important reaction students, tolerance reagent. With the help of the tolerance reagent we can detect whether the compound is aldehyde or not. Now students, when you come to again skip reagent, this skips reagent if you add to the acetaldehyde students, what happens, again you will get pink color. That means all the aldehyde with the help of the tolerance reagent, skips reagent, or you can see, you can use what we have seen, failing solution, or they are giving positive reaction. So this shows that given compound is aldehyde. They are going to be confirmed the given compound is aldehyde. Now students, 12th reaction, acetaldehyde students, you have acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is there students in the test tube. If you add halo form reaction, iodine, if you pass the iodine reaction, there is a formation of iodoform. That is why this is called as haloform reaction. Iodoform, chloroform you can form with the help of the acetaldehyde. If you have acetaldehyde, you can convert into iodoform, chloroform. That is why this reaction is also very important. Last reaction students, that is 13th reaction. See students, you have acetaldehyde. Two molecules of acetaldehyde are going to be condensed. These two molecules, how they will condense? In presence of sodium carbonate, that means alkaline. If the solution is alkaline, then only these two acetaldehyde combines and form the aldol. Now here students, you are getting aldol product. This aldehyde as well as alcohol. This is aldehyde group and this is alcohol group. That is why it is called an aldol product you are getting. Now this aldol product, when you heat it, there is a elimination of water molecules. This and hydrogen, this OH will go and one of the hydrogen here, and it will form, it will eliminate water molecules and it is converted into unsaturated aldehyde. That means unsaturated double bond will be there in the aldehyde molecules. We called as croton aldehyde. Students, very important reaction. This is very important reaction of the examination point, or sometimes they are asking how the croton aldehyde is formed by with the help of the aldol. When you have got the aldol product, if you heat it, water molecule vaporize and the product is converted into croton aldehyde. So unsaturated aldehyde is formed from the acetaldehyde. Very important students. Thank you very much. If you like my video, please share it, subscribe it. Thank you very much.